projected to hit over 6 figures by the end of this month in terms of revenue. So I finally got monetized on YouTube in late July of this year. And although I am super excited about that, I recognize that my YouTube journey is still in the very beginning stages in terms of the potential that I can yield from an income perspective from monetization. But I'm still not letting that dictate my success here on YouTube. I actually started a digital course and use YouTube as my funnel to be able to make over 6 figures in the last 12 months. And I want to provide you with some tips and tricks in regards to you being able to do the exact same for your own niche. So if you're interested in learning more, stick around. Hey everyone, my name is Natasha. Welcome to my channel, Subscribers to Clients, where I talk about all things business, finance, and personal growth. The focus of my channel is to really provide small or aspiring YouTubers with the opportunity to make over 6 figures with their own respective niches. Now, I was able to do this within the recruiting industry because that's where my background was, but I recognized that what I did is able to be multiplied across multiple niches, meaning that you yourself have the opportunity to be able to yield the same success that I have. Now, before we dive into the video in regards to talking about how you can actually go about creating your own course and ultimately what that could mean for your own success, I do want to provide you with some information in regards to my own success journey in regards to what I've been able to make over the last 12 months. So let's go ahead and actually log into my Stripe account so that you can see where I'm currently stand today. Okay, so we are currently in the dashboard of my Stripe account, and as you can see at the top, this is for my business recruiter YouTube channel that I have. I'll be sure to link that down below. That way you have the opportunity to check out some of the videos that I've been able to put out over the course of the last year and a half. But taking a look at my Stripe account, you can see that I do have a couple payments that are going to be coming in, which is super exciting. But what I really want to focus on is this gross volume here. And this says that I have been able to make over $106,000 so far since I launched my course. Now, keeping in mind that I actually launched my course in September of 2022, so it hasn't even been a full year just yet in terms of my course being out there. Since I was able to launch in September of 2022, from a gross perspective, I've been able to make over 6 figures and tracking to be able to probably hit, I would say, $120,000 before this year is over. Now, I'm not sharing any of this information at all to brag. I'm actually very humble and I'm a super private person. So more so than anything, I want to provide you with information so that you can understand that you can do this as well. Everyone has unique skills that are out there, and while I completely understand that sometimes it's hard to really figure out where your skills or expertise or your source of knowledge lies, everyone has something. And what I was able to do, granted, took a lot of work, but ultimately was not extremely hard. So I want to go ahead and actually dive into how I was able to create my course and ultimately how you can go about doing the same. So in order for me to talk about this journey, I actually have to start from the very beginning. Currently, you're taking a look at my YouTube dashboard in terms of my YouTube analytics and where it currently sits today with over 3,000 subscribers and a little over 120 videos at this point that I've been able to put out over the course of the last year and a half. But I want to actually talk about the beginning stages of that journey. So when I actually first started my YouTube channel, it was in the beginning of 2022, so around January of 2022. And to be very transparent with you, I really had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I am an introverted person more than anything else. I'm also a very private person. So the thought of being able to put myself out there and make YouTube videos and sit in front of a camera and talk and then upload them and, you know, really allow the world to be able to see me in that light was something that was very uncomfortable for me. But ultimately, I really had a passion for recruiting. My background is actually in corporate recruiting. I have my bachelor's degree. I went to Northern Illinois University and got my bachelor's degree in business administration. And then I do also have a master's in HR. So my background has always related to business and or HR in some way. And very early in my career, I recognized that I really loved recruiting, and I wanted to be able to continue to pave my path in regards to recruiting. So I had the opportunity to work in corporate. I worked at a couple different companies, had the opportunity to get a couple different flavors of ultimately what recruiting was, how to go about it, and also a taste of staffing a bit. And it was actually within my corporate role that really inspired me to want to open my own recruitment agency. I was sitting there, and although I was an in-house recruiter working in corporate, I was also working with external recruiters. This meant that I was working with recruiting agencies, and I was seeing what they were getting paid to be able to place candidates for the exact same job that I was doing, and I wasn't even getting a fraction of what they were getting paid for one placement. And ultimately, it really dawned on me that I had all of the skills, knowledge, and ability to do the exact same thing that they were doing, which is what inspired me to want to open my own recruitment agency. So I did that, and I decided that, I really wanted to be able to teach others how to be able to do it. Ultimately, starting my YouTube channel was really just for that purpose. It was to be educational, it was to provide information, and I also recognized that I wasn't the first person on YouTube to be talking about recruiting and staffing, which meant that there was a demand in terms of individuals out there who wanted more information in regards to recruiting. So I started making my YouTube videos. As I stated, in January of 2022, I started out with a cadence of about 3 videos a week, and I did that consistently, I want to say, for about the first 6 to 9 months of my journey. Part of it was I wanted to make sure that I was putting enough content out there that if someone visited my channel, that they had the opportunity to see subsequent videos and learn more. I also wanted to make sure that I was really driving for my subscriber base to increase, as well as my watch hours. So I knew that in order for me to be able to do that, I had to have a consistent cadence, and I had to really be strategic about how many videos I was putting out. Now, as you think about your own YouTube journey, I do want you to keep in mind that, you have to do what's best for you. And that may not mean being able to put out 3 videos a week. Maybe for you it's 2, or maybe for you it's 1, and that's okay. You can ramp up and ramp down as you need to. And I think that that's the important thing about this journey, is that it's going to be unique for everyone. While there are secrets in terms of how you can go about starting your YouTube channel and yielding certain levels of success, ultimately that journey is going to look different for everybody. So please don't feel discouraged in regards to starting your YouTube channel and saying, well, I don't have the time to put out 3 videos a week. It's perfectly fine. You don't have to have that many videos out per week in order to be successful. So I continued with this cadence up until the point where I ended up getting about 1,000 subscribers. And this is right around, I want to say, kind of that 8 to 9 month mark, maybe, in regards to my YouTube journey. And with getting 1,000 subscribers, I then decided that it was time to be able to move forward with actually monetizing my YouTube channel. Now, I was already driving for watch hours, but my watch hours that were trickling in were very slow. And as you know, or if you're not even familiar with how you actually go about the YouTube monetization process, you need 1,000 subscribers and a minimum of 4,000 watch hours within the last 12 months. And I knew that journey to getting to 4,000 watch hours was going to be a long one for me. So I wanted to think about what was another way that I could go about getting monetized on YouTube. I started to do some research, and I found that having a digital product on a digital platform or any type of digital course was actually a really lucrative route to go. Again, I had no experience with actually creating a course. I've never been a teacher, did not major in anything related to teaching. So for me, more than anything else, it was really going out on a limb to try to put something together that ultimately I could try to sell. Now, I was very strategic in regards to starting my YouTube channel, where I did create a private Facebook group and I started an email list, and I really catered to that email list in regards to making sure that I was sending information that was valuable. So I knew that I had at least an opportunity to really be able to target my audience that had signed up for my email list via my course or digital products. I knew that also, since I wasn't an expert at this, that it was going to take me some time. So I actually started out with doing beta clients or beta students. I only took those 2 clients, and although they were paid clients, it gave me the opportunity to really see how my course was going to do. And in terms of my actual course, at that point, it was basically just a PowerPoint that I had put together, and I was doing one-on-one sessions with each of those students every single week. And I did this for about 8 weeks, provided them with direct resources and direct coaching in regards to how they could start their own recruiting or staffing agency, and ultimately use that as an opportunity to refine my program. I then decided that I wanted to continue to take it a step further, but in order to scale, I was really going to need to be able to stretch myself a little bit more in regards to how many people I was able to take on at a time. And this is where I really thought, okay, I can't actually scale in terms of doing one-on-one clients. While it was really fun for me and I love the opportunity to work with individuals one-on-one, I just knew that there wasn't enough hours in the day in order for me to be able to do that. So I actually moved to a group setting where I had my course out there, had already gone through the process of refining it, and ultimately took on multiple clients and had a group setting where we met every single week and I was able to answer their questions via a live Q&A. Again, this was something that I was able to do within the recruiting/staffing space, but you could do this for any niche or really any topic or area of expertise that you have. And this is where I really started to see success in regards to taking on more students, doing a group setting, and ultimately also doing launches. So initially I was just sending out emails hoping that I was able to get some students to sign up. I then decided that I actually wanted to do launches, and I did launches on a quarterly basis, and those launches really had a lot of energy around them, meaning that I was doing webinars, I was having a series of emails that I was sending out to those individuals who had signed up for my email list. I was answering questions via the Facebook group that I had set up, via DM, just in case they did want some additional information about the program. And also I did have a website that was set up as well, where individuals had the opportunity to really take a look and see like what I offered in my program. Again, this is where I really started to be able to see a lot of success with launches. As you know, doing any sort of launch, it really gets everyone excited, and it also kind of entices people to say, okay, if I don't sign up now, then maybe I won't be able to sign up in the future. So there really was this FOMO, or like fear of missing out, that was associated with doing the launches. And for me, this is really where the program started to take off. I've gone through 3 iterations of the program at this point in terms of making updates to it, but ultimately I haven't made a ton of updates to my program in the last 12 months. And even within that time frame, I've been able to yield over $100,000 in regards to course sales. I'm now at a point where I'm continuing to, of course, reiterate on my program, but ultimately to be able to also determine where this journey is going to take me now that I'm officially monetized on YouTube. Now, I'm not making a ton of money at all on YouTube at this point. I can actually go ahead and show you where I'm at in terms of monetization since July. Okay, so as you can see, I've only made $45 in July, and as of August, we're getting close to the end, I've made a little over $50. So this isn't any life-changing money that I've made on YouTube like at all from a monetization perspective, but I am really excited about what that opportunity could potentially be. And in terms of my course, I'm also really excited about potentially what those updates may look like in terms of continuing to drive revenue as I go into 2024. Again, I'm making this video to provide you with information in regards to how you can go about this journey yourself, and ultimately understanding that it doesn't take a lot of work in regards to you being able to do it. Now, if you want me to do a video in regards to a deep dive on how I actually was able to create my course and some of the platforms that I was able to use, then be sure to comment course down below and I'll make sure to make that video for you. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then be sure to go down below and click that subscribe button as well as that bell so that you can get notified of all videos that I do drop weekly. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.